Good day everyone. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is John Mike Martinez from BSCS 4B. Today, I will be discussing the Lamport's mutual exclusion algorithm. So, when we say Lamport's mutual exclusion algorithm, it is a permission-based algorithm proposed by Import as an illustration of his synchronization scheme for distributed system. In permission-based timestamp is used to order critical section requests and to resolve any conflict between requests. In Lamport algorithm, critical section requests are executed in the increasing order of timestamp. A request with smaller timestamp will be given permission to execute critical section first, then a request with larger timestamp. In this algorithm, there are three types of messages: the request, reply, and release. Our use and communication channels are assumed to follow FIFO order. A site sends a request message to all other sites to get their permission to enter critical section. The second one is a site send a reply message to requesting site to give its permission to enter the critical section. The third bullet is a site send a release message to all other sites up on exiting the critical section. Timestamp is used to determine priority of critical section requests. A smaller timestamp get high priority over larger timestamp. The execution of critical section requests is always in the order on their timestamp. In algorithm, to enter critical section, when a site SI wants to enter the critical section, it sends a request message to all other sites and places that request on request queue. Here, TSI denotes the timestamp of site SI. When a site SG receives the request from a site SI, it returns a timestamp reply message to site SI and places the request of site SI on request queue. So, to execute the critical section, a site SI can enter the critical section if it has received the message with timestamp larger than TS or I from all other sites and its own request is at the top of request queue. So, to release the critical section, when a site SI exits the critical section, it removes its own request from the top of its request queue and send a timestamp release message to all other sites. When a site SG receives the timestamp release a message from site SI, it removes the request of SI from its request queue. So, proceed to message complexity. Proceed to message complexity. A Lamport algorithm requires invocation of 3 open and close n-1 messages per critical section execution. These 3 open and close n-1 messages involve the request messages, the reply messages, and release messages. So next is the drawbacks of Lamport's algorithm. Unreliable approach. Failure of any one of the processes will halt the progress of entire system. And high message complexity. Algorithm requires 3 open and close n-1 messages per critical section invocation. And lastly, the performance. Synchronization delay is equal to maximum message transmission time, and it requires 3 open and close n-1 messages has per CS execution, and algorithm can be optimized to to open and close n-1 messages by omitting the reply message in some situations. So that's all. Thank you so much for listening. Have a good day.